Today we are back with a video. This time I'm going to talk about what supplements do I take and how do I use them. So first off, let me start off by saying I'm sponsored by Science Nutrition. I signed with them about 2 months ago now. And for me, I had a couple of supplement offers on the table, but instantly it was just I needed to go to Science Nutrition. Like, I contacted them, I was persistent in contacting them, and like, growing up, Science Nutrition locally for me was the store to go to for your supplements. The first ever time I took supplements was with Science Nutrition. I went in there, and Joel, co-owner of Science Nutrition, hooked me up with some outstanding supplements when I turned 18, and that kind of just took off from there, and I got into supplementation, and but that's how I got to Science Nutrition, and that's who I wanted to be with. So it's no secret that I might be a little bit biased, but I stand behind Science Nutrition and what they stand for, and I will continue to do so as long as I can. So let me start off by saying supplements are there with a good diet. So you can't out-supplement a bad diet. Supplements aren't there to be a crutch. You can't take all these supplements up here and be like, okay, I want to be as fast drawn and as big as this, guy as I see, or, I'm going to be as lean as this woman that I see on TV, blah, blah, blah. So you can't out-supplement a bad diet. And one thing that I love about Science Nutrition is when you go in there, one of the first things that the staff will ask you is how your diet is. And that's something that I've always stand behind, is making sure that nutrition is intact. And then when your nutrition is intact, we can get into some of the staples that we have up here for supplementation. Now, my supplementation talk is going to be about what I use and how I use these supplements. These supplements can be used for anybody, but they're used for kind of like my goals, my needs as a speed power athlete, and specifically as a sprinter. So one thing, a quick background, is my high intensity sprint sessions are broken up into 3 phases. Okay, so usually those 3 phases are an hour each. So it's almost a 3-hour workout. There's lots of recovery, lots of sitting around in there, but when I do a particular exercise, it's very high intensity, it's short and quick. So I go a warm-up for 1 hour, I sprint for 1 hour, and I usually lift for 1 hour. My low-intensity sessions will usually be just around 1 hour in length. They're usually short and quick, and usually that's kind of when the more aerobic side, I guess you could say, is getting involved. So let's just dive into it. First thing is, you can pick up all these supplements at Science Nutrition in Sioux Falls. They have 2 locations in Sioux Falls, as well as Sioux City, Iowa. They have 2 locations in Sioux City as well. So I stand behind the brand that they made, NG Nutra, and you can go to their website and check it out. They have products online. I would recommend going in store because the staff will hook you up and they'll, make sure you're getting every need to help reach your goals. But I stand behind NG Nutra, and you can see the link. I'll link it down below in the description, and maybe even like up here. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so let's start with that. Let's start with the NG Nutra products that I take. First things first, I think everyone should be taking this. This is the SP50, the Superior Protein by NG Nutra. Okay, so what you're getting in this is a 5-protein blend and digestive enzymes to help you obviously digest what you're taking in. I don't think you can just take a protein. You need to be able to digest that. How well can you digest the protein that you're taking, right? But what you're getting with this bad boy is you're getting 145 calories, only 1 gram of fat, only 5 grams carbs, and 28 grams of protein for 1 scoop. Personally, I like the vanilla flavor because I like to mix it with a product over here, which I'll get into later. But this is such a good protein. Like, immediately once you taste it, it's so smooth, it mixes extremely well, and you'll just enjoy, you know, having a protein that you can actually like. Another thing is, I want this supplement talk to be about what supplements I use and how I use them, but for the ladies out there, there's no protein out there that is going to be specific for women. Okay, protein is protein. You got your different blends of protein. You got, you know, your whey, your casein, and all different sources of blends of protein. But slapping on a pink label on here and labeling it as lean or cut or anything like that that makes a woman feel good is great, and it's a great marketing scheme. But stick with the basics, because a lot of times those women's proteins are filled with a lot of fat and carbs because they want them to taste well, because obviously we all want good tasting stuff, and but don't fall into the gimmick right there with the women's protein. Stick with the basic. I recommend the SP50. It's easy to mix, it tastes great. The blends of protein in here, they have the whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate, the whey hydrolysate, and a bunch of different digestive enzymes. They also have, on here, they have some branched chain aminos, and then they also have, one thing I love about the NG Nutra products is they have estrogen in them. And what estrogen does is estrogen helps absorb kind of everything you're taking in. So it helps you absorb the creatine. Like, I think studies said that it helps you absorb the 30% more creatine than usual. And it helps you absorb the beta-alanine, the branched chain aminos, all those different branched chain aminos matrix that you're getting in. The estrogen will help you actually absorb that. And not many products have that, and that's what I love about it. And the cool thing too about the estrogen in all these NG Nutra products is it has 50 milligrams, which is the full dose. A lot of products will throw in estrogen, and it will just be like something, well, such a low dose that you don't really use it, right? And another thing that I stand behind with NG Nutra is the complete transparency on their labels. If you look at a label on one of their products, it will detail everything about the product. There's no proprietary blends. You know what you're getting. It's not something that you're just guesstimating on. It's not something that, oh hey, we got some branched chain amino complex, but there's only 1,000 milligrams of leucine in there, and then all of a sudden, you know, all the other branched chain aminos, there's barely anything in there. So what are you getting out of it? And I think that's something that's really cool about the products that they made, was the complete transparency on it and not hiding anything behind a label. So the next thing we'll go to is the MR46 branched chain aminos. Now this stuff tastes amazing. I could sip on this all day. So how do I use this branched chain aminos? I use the branched chain aminos intra workout. So like I said earlier in the video that I break my workout. My workout could be like 3 parts, right? So it could be 3 hours, and it's 1 hour warm up, 1 hour sprint, 1 hour lift. Well, that's a long time to go without feeling your body. So the branched chain aminos help me feel throughout the workout. Like 1 hour in, I'll start sipping on the branched chain aminos, and it helps me remain anabolic. Branched chain aminos do is it increases protein synthesis. So basically what we're doing is we're using everything, we're remaining anabolic, and we're not becoming catabolic. The branched chain aminos prevent the breakdown of muscle tissue, and that's basically what this product does. Again, it has the estrogen in it, 50 milligrams of that. It has your leucine, isoleucine, valine, and glutamine, as well as beta-alanine and your citrulline as well. So you're getting your most bang for your buck with this bad boy. Now let's go on to the pre-workout. that I use, and I use the MO90. And this one is awesome because what I want from my pre-workout is when I go into a workout, I'm pretty laser focused, right? And what I want from that pre-workout is for that pre-workout to simply supplement that laser focus. And one thing that I love in pre-workouts is two things. I love beta-alanine and I love caffeine. Because as a sprinter, you want reaction time and you want to feel a little bit buzzy. You want to feel like that adrenaline rush is just going through your body, right? So this one here in a serving is 2 scoops, and that gives you 300 milligrams caffeine, as well as it has the estrogen in it. It has creatine monohydrate, 1 gram of that. It has beta-alanine. It has 3.2 grams of that, as well as some more branched chain aminos with your leucine, isoleucine, and valine. So, and then there's some other products in here as well. Theanine helps, and basically this will just provide you that extra little boost going into a workout, because we all need it sometimes. Just for the general workout warrior, you're going in and you have leg day, right? So you're going into the gym and you have leg day and you're not feeling it. Well, MO90 will get you over that hump. Okay. These are the 3 NG Nutra products that I take. I stand behind them. In a little bit I'll get into how I use them, but let's go over to these supplements as well, and talk about these. So first things first is a multivitamin. One thing that I use the organic multivitamin, certified gluten-free, and it's basically from whole raw fruits and vegetables. And what a multivitamin helps is it's going to help with energy, metabolism, as well as immune health, among many other things. But I think out of all these supplements I have up here, for the general population, if you're working out, I recommend the SP50 protein. It's basic. I think everyone could always use a little bit of extra protein. And then I would recommend the multi. Creatine. I use creatine, and what this is, there's a lot of mixed feelings out there about creatine, but it's the most researched supplement out there. And I wish people would just get it in their heads that creatine's not bad, okay? Especially creatine monohydrate, it will help. Yes, you have to drink water with it, but you should be drinking water anyways. And I think creatine speaks for itself. I think what it does is it helps the ATP storage. So for a guy like me, I'm out there sprinting, and if I'm running, let's say I'm running a 100, right? ATP storage breaks down at 7 seconds. Creatine is going to help with the ATP, and it stimulates protein synthesis. So creatine, honestly, I've taken it for years. I stand behind it. Perhaps if there are any questions, I could send out research articles about it. But the people that claim injuries from creatine, cramps from creatine, I think you got bigger things to worry about. It's probably because your training's wrong. It's probably because your nutrition's wrong. There's probably a whole other factor. It's probably because you ate a pizza the night before you went out and sprinted versus taking that 5 grams of creatine, okay? Before bed is ZMA. ZMA is a blend of vitamin B6, magnesium, and zinc. And basically what this does is just increase growth hormone and just natural testosterone throughout the night. Obviously, as you know, sleep is very important, and this just helps me sleep. I don't take this all the time, but if I'm feeling like I need an extra sleep, or I have a big workout in the morning or something, or I need to recover, different things like that, like ZMA is my go-to for sleep. Last supplement right here is Glycocore. Glycocore is basically just a blend of carbohydrates. And what Glycocore does is it basically replenishes glycogen storage. So I use this post-workout, and what I want post-workout, after, like I said, it's a 3-hour workout. Yes, there's a lot of sitting around. Yes, I'm filling my body with branched chain aminos throughout it. Yes, I have a pre-workout meal. But when you get done with the workout, you need two things. You need protein and carbs. Eventually you'll need fats, 60 to 90 minutes after that. But you need protein, carbs, and you need fast-acting carbs as well as slow-acting carbs. And one thing I love about this GlycoCore is that it's such a great blend of carbs and it's 30 grams carbs, just shy, 29.5 I think. But one thing I love about this is that it will blend the slow carb and fast carb so it fills your body right away. And it really pairs well with the NG Nutra SP50 because that has a blend of proteins as well. And what we want is we want that fast-acting protein, that fast-acting carbs, as well as the slow-acting and slow-acting carbs and slow-acting protein, because we want to recover as quickly as possible. Now, how do I use these supplements? So what we broke down is on all my nutrition and how I eat. First things first, like I said at the beginning of this video, is you can't help supplement a bad diet. You can't use these supplements as a crutch, and I can't repeat that enough. But how I use my supplements. I take one multi each morning with food. So, and then pre-workout, I will use the MO90 pre-workout. One serving is 2 scoops. However, what we figured out is to fuel the body throughout the whole session with a nice blend of branched chain aminos as well as the caffeine and the beta-alanine is we use 1 scoop. So 1 scoop is a half serving, so I'm still getting 150 milligrams caffeine and a little over 1.5 milligrams beta-alanine. So we use this 1 scoop with around 6 to 8 ounces of water. We use this pre-workout 20 to 30 minutes before I start my warm-up. And then we go into a blend of the MR46 branched chain aminos. We use 1 whole serving of this, which is 1 scoop, with the half serving of the pre-workout, which is 1 scoop of the MO90. And we just mix the two. They're both the same flavor with Tropical Fusion. And we use these to, like I said, fuel the workout throughout the session. So we start sipping on this about right when I start my sprint session. We'll start sipping on this and kind of sip it throughout that hour number 2, so to speak. So we're really feeling throughout that sprint session, making sure our energy levels are high, we're remaining anabolic, and we're just making sure we're fueling the body properly. Okay, and then we will end the session with 1 scoop of the SP50, 1 scoop of the SP50 protein, which is 28 grams protein, with 1 scoop of the GlycoCore, which is just shy of 30 grams carbs. As well as with that shake, we'll mix 1 scoop of creatine. Now there is creatine in the pre-workout, but there's just 1 gram of creatine in here. So we want a little bit more creatine. I aim for around 5 grams a day, 5 to 7 grams a day, and I'll mix this in with that post-workout shake of the GlycoCore and the SP50 protein. Last but not least is the Dreamer. The ZMA gives you crazy dreams, but it helps you sleep like crazy. I will take this on an empty stomach about around 30 minutes before bed, and just make sure you go to sleep right away. Don't be sitting on your phone or anything like that, but that's a talk for another day. But ZMA will help you sleep quite a bit better, help you recover, and as I mentioned before, you know the benefits of it. So in short, these are all the supplements that I take. I stand behind them to the fullest. I believe that we need to fuel the body properly if we want to truly be an elite sprinter. If you want to reach your goals and do everything you want, stop into Science Nutrition. They will hook you up with the right nutrition plan as well as supplements to supplement that good diet. So I just stand behind all the products that I take. I keep it simple. I stick to the basics. So I just make sure that I hit everything that I need to properly fuel my body throughout the day and keep the energy levels high, not only for the workout, but throughout the day and each and every single day, while making sure I have a proper diet, proper sleep, and proper supplementation. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys like what you saw, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Don't forget to give a like. Stop by Science Nutrition, tell them that I sent you, and start getting the right supplements for you. Thanks for watching.